All right. What's going on, guys? It is Madman Plant. We are here with TJ Cottrell, and we are at NECANN. This event has been awesome. Day 2 is rocking and rolling, and we got a lot to talk about. So, for formerly being in the NFL,
that's right,
to leading the way through cannabis,
that's right,
to being an active advocate.
Appreciate
so,
it. Yeah.
How did we get here? And let's take it away.
Oh man, we got here by the grace of the Most High. So basically, just being an athlete, playing football. I grew up in Buffalo State. Went to Buffalo, graduated from Buffalo State College, and never got into cannabis until my later years of playing. Right, like liquor was always there, and we were, weed is bad. So, and the drug testing, in the NFL, I just didn't even want to take a risk of it. So I never really entertained it at all until about the year 2009 when we was playing arena football, no drug testing, got into it. And then that started the journey. And then I think around 2012 is when I really became holistic with it and started understanding the entire benefits of it. So ever since then, I've been on that path, and here we are today. So pretty cool.
That's awesome. So talking about the NFL, what position and what years did you play?
I played tight end for the Minnesota Vikings, 2004, 2005. Actually played professional basketball 1 year or two in the ABA in 2006. Took a year off and then came back for the Chargers. At the time, they were San Diego. They're LA now, but San Diego Chargers for 2007. And played a couple of arena years in the UFL and in IFL, stuff like that. And then about 2009 is when I just decided that, enough was enough and played some time. So that was it. But the experiences were great. I got to play in NFL Europe as well. So I got to live in Germany for about 6 months, 3 months in 05, 3 months in 07. So those things are some great experiences that I had, and it's been a great journey.
Now, from being an athlete, how would you say that's impacted your view on cannabis and why it's good for athletes?
Oh man, it has definitely made me more of an advocate, made me want to beat the drum as far as what it can be for our cannabis situation. It's needed, it's essential, and I've fractured my ankle, I've had my knee scoped, I had shoulder surgery, I've had facial surgery, and the first thing they did is put you on is some of the most strongest pharmaceutical drugs you ever have in your life, and it could lead to a detriment. I was almost there with it, when it comes to like Oxycontin and stuff like that. And there are so many players that they don't really realize that are kind of caught up in that situation. They much rather heal themselves holistically, and they think it's kind of, at this point, it's not even logical to not to. So I was, I was just going off the doctors, and what I know now, especially how the benefits can help. To me, again, it's essential, especially in a high contact sport like football. So I'm just here to continue to bang the drum, and I hope that the education continues, and they will continue to rise up and just let us heal the proper way we want to heal.
Now, when we talked a little bit earlier when we first met today, you talked about alcoholism in sports and football and some of the downsides. What does that look like for an average player?
Yeah, it's tough because you still have sometimes a lot of time on your hands, right? You're not the average, you don't have the average 9 to 5. And then that can put you in a situation where you're drinking, let's just say, to go bowling, or you're drinking to just have a little bit of fun or have some sort of situation on the side. Alcohol then gets involved, and it leads to an entire different world, an entire different type of rehab. And we talked earlier, I know a bunch of guys who wouldn't even drink. It's just to the point where, like, you're probably kind of bored, or you're probably wanting to do something and you just don't know how to occupy yourself. And so you go out, right? You're in social areas, and then you start drinking, and then the possibilities of trouble happening increase like crazy. Whereas a lot of us would love to just, smoke something, relax at the house, and not go anywhere. I know guys who would just love to just smoke and like stay in the game and stay out of the way and stay focused on their career. Whereas alcohol will take you out of that realm and almost ruin your career. I've seen it do that points too. So I just really think, I hope that they continue. We talked about the domestic violence. We talked about all that stuff that would definitely cut down. When I've seen situations that pop up, I'm like, that's alcohol all day. You know what I mean? That's exactly what that was. And it wouldn't even be a scenario if cannabis was involved. So.
Well, and I tend to think that too, because when's the last time you saw one of your buddies get so fucking high that he made a really bad decision and wound up in jail?
That's right.
He
That's right.
Wound up on a couch sleeping.
Yeah, exactly.
One thing I do think too is probably the misconception of all the stress that you guys are under to begin with. Not only just the game itself, but by contracting, by deals that you have, all the travel, the constant being in different areas, probably very limited control over your schedule.
That's right.
So you probably don't have a whole lot of control too.
True.
So what is that like?
It's just it's a crazy world. It kind of like you can take how you want it out of it. It kind of keeps you disciplined. Like that's why I'm probably never late for a lot of things.
Yeah,
I was always told what time to do it, when to work out, when not to work out. But it also keeps you in the realm of just, once you break out of that form, how do you operate then? Do you still stay disciplined and do you still use those tools to have you, move forward in life? Or do you just be like, now that no one's telling me what to do, I'm gonna do whatever I want to do, which is, it could be a whole different, lifestyle, right? So it can go both ways. I've seen it discipline most of us, and then I've also seen it the moment when they stop on that discipline plane, they go off the rails. They don't work out anymore. They're sleeping in. They don't even know what time it is. Me, and most of us players will take those disciplines, almost like being in the military, right? You can just be in the military and you can just, as soon as you're done, leave all those things there, or you can implement them in your daily life. So that's what we basically do, and we have a choice to do that. So that's basically how I've moved then, is continue to be disciplined. I'm still getting up in the morning, going to the gym, because that's what I'm used to, right? I'm still always on point with it, right? So and again, that's just how it is. Not being told what to do. You should be a man at one point and just tell yourself what to do at this day and age, right? Take that responsibility. So that's pretty much how it operates after that.
Now, so let's talk about your role in cannabis, switching ships here. So you own a dispensary?
So yes, no, I'm managing for Bud Tender.
Very cool. Okay.
Managing all the Bud Tenders over at Satisfied Minds in North Tonawanda. We are the second dispensary in Niagara County. We've been open for about 2.5 to 3 months, and doing great. Our grand opening, the mayor was there, brought a pre-roll. You know what I mean?
Awesome.
cut the ribbon. You know what I'm saying? Showed support. We're on a strip where all of the businesses are lined up. No one's just trying to compete or whatever. We're all in this together, sticking together. We're actually having a watch party tomorrow for the game. So it's been great. It's been great so far.
Now, what's it like to be working with cannabis every day? One of the joys I get as a home grower is to be able to just be in the garden, seeing the plant, watching the plant grow. How does that work when you're on the front lines of a dispensary?
It works great, because I was fortunate enough. I went to Canada for about 4 years, and I was fortunate to go do everything from growing to putting it into a different products in stores, to creating my own shatter, no matter how you want it. So when I get on the front line, I know also the ins and outs behind it, right? So I don't feel like I'm working, man. I feel like I'm back playing football, to be honest with you, because when I was playing football, that didn't feel like I was working. Then you actually get a job. Now you working. And now again, with the career move, it's kind of like that. Satisfied Minds has taken great care of me in the situation. Saw my experience, and it's not like I don't feel like I'm working at all. You know what I mean? I feel like literally I found that niche where every day I'm looking forward to either going to work or doing something for work. Even doing, like, being here. I love this stuff. I love meeting and collaborating. With everyone, and it feels like a breath of fresh air, to be honest with you. A new calling that was never really new. I saw the vision of this maybe about 15 years ago, to be honest with you. I knew it was going to be like this, and then it was great to see New York State finally get to that point. And it's been a blessing. I have to say that cannabis is a blessing. 100%.
That is 110%. What I want to do is I want to get you on the long format segment, which is 2 hours. Really go through
you gotta do that.
Your history and all the cannabis and stuff. In the meantime, unfortunately, we hit the 10-minute mark. Where can we find you and support you?
Man, I appreciate it. Just I'm on Instagram all day, Coach Reezy, Cottrreezy or ZY. I say Z for my Canadian listeners all day. But go on there on Instagram, also on Spotify or all digital streaming platforms. You can put in Coach Reezy. I got 2 albums out. right now. I got third album coming out in about 6 months, but I got a couple singles out there. Got a couple videos on YouTube as well. Go link up and yeah, man, follow me up. A lot of good things happening, and I appreciate it, man. Really appreciate this platform. Really gonna do that. I can't wait for that 2-hour link.
Yeah, because I really want to dive into mental health and clarity and more of the past and stuff. Because I feel like you guys just have a great story, and we haven't even scratched the surface.
Right. You too, man. We got to collab on this thing.
Oh yeah. Well, guys, we have more podcasts coming your way here at NECANN, New York. We will see you guys real soon. If you don't want to watch this again, you can do it right now. Peace. Right.